different topics and to talk about different topics. And unfortunately, I don't have pets because I don't have time to take care about them. And in the future, I will I will search for one good pet. I don't know if one dog or one cat or one bird. I don't know, but I will.
Great. That's great. So welcome persons from YouTube. Now I can put the live on YouTube, but we stay here with Ricardo and Diego, and we are talking about pets. We are already presented yourself, but we start with the questions right now. So guys, the question number one. What's your favorite animal? If you don't have an animal, what kind of animal do you want to have? Diego.
It's a little bit cliche, but I really appreciate the wild animals, yes, as lion and tiger and águia. I don't know in English the name águia.
Eagle.
Eagle, yes, that's it. Thank you. Eagle for me, so beautiful animals and personality. If we can use this word for animals, yes. They have a kind of a personality that helps us a lot to understand the world, yes.
Yeah, I love the wild animals too. Like I have afraid of one and other, like alligators. I think it's beautiful, yes. But I have afraid.
I don't know, but the old guys knew the movie Alligator. It's a very crazy movie. It's about one person who put one small alligator. I don't know filhote in English. Puppy. One alligator puppy on the bathroom, and this yes, it's so crazy movie. Yes.
What?
And this alligator eat a lot of garbage on the esgoto. I don't know the name. And after they grew a lot, and they started to attack the people on the city. It's an alligator, the movie. I remember I was a little child, I don't know, 4 or 5 years.
Gosh.
And I'm so worried because I don't know, it's a big... All the time when I go to the bath, I open I don't know the name, yes, in English.
The toilet.
The toilet. I open the toilet with afraid, yes. I don't know. We have alligator here. No.
Gosh.
I started flush, and after that I use it.
Gosh, I never seen.
I remember this story, yes, the alligator, the movie.
Gosh, I will search that on Google.
Yes.
It's unbelievable. We have this kind of movie.
Yes.
Gosh. But like, I think it's beautiful. Like snakes. I think snakes are beautiful. But I have afraid. I have one friend who has a, the black snake, so beautiful. But I never go to my friend's home because I have afraid. I think if the snake get out of the glass and I'm sleeping in your sofa, so what is happening? Like I am afraid of that. But I love. Oh, okay. I will search. Thank you. I love my favorite animal, I guess, is butterfly. I think it's
very
beautiful.
Butterfly. Yes.
So we have a lot of colors, a lot of size. It's so beautiful, but I guess it's an animal who not live so much. It's so sad because
yes, I don't know.
I guess it's 2 weeks only.
Whoa.
Have others who live more, but like a common butterfly you can see around flowers and that kind of stuff live really, really, really short life. And when I discovered that, I discovered that in Animal Planet, the,
Yes.
the Discovery program. I want to cry. Like, oh no, why? So beautiful to die. No. But have a lot of reproduction. So it's because of that I have a lot of butterflies. So beautiful. And Ricardo, how about you? What's your favorite animal? I guess it's cat. Probably.
Yeah. Actually, my wife loves this animal. Love cats since she was a child. My daughter too. And well, I live in at an apartment, so in this case, not possible, or not possible is not exactly a better word. I believe that there are some people have dogs in apartment, but I believe that is not exactly a better animal to have in apartment. So in this case, cats is better because they used to be more, how do you say, independent. It's possible to, for example, if you made a little trip, it's possible to just feed them or request some people, my family normally, or a close friend went to my house and put food. So see, if you missing for a couple of days, is not exact a problem. It's not right, but it's possible to make a little trip. And well, there are cleaner than dogs too. Normally, it's possible. I found a toilet, a kind of toilet for pets. It's possible train the cats to make poo and on the water. If you want, it's possible to let this toilet on privada. I'm not sure the name in English.
Okay.
So in this case, it's possible the cats go up and this equipment, and they made this pool and all those things directly to the water. And on the it's possible to just flush. But I prefer letting usually the regular situation. But I use the water is better because it's less expensive and it is don't smell bad
Yes.
smells. It's possible to just put in water and you don't waste money buying sand or others because there are a silic gel or another kind of stuff because it's better. For example, silicone gel
Oh yeah,
is
I
better
use
than it's better than sand because silicone gel is smell don't smell so much like sand, but
Yes.
the best is water because normally the stuffs normally they drop in the water and don't
yeah,
smell so much.
Yes. Very
I
interesting.
agree.
Yeah,
I
it's not
have
so
a cat.
expensive, around the 100
No,
reais.
Oh,
yeah, it's
it's
not.
common.
I
But did you just to pay
tried.
one once? Because
Yeah, once.
if you buy sand, for example, or silicone gel, is necessary. I don't know to
True.
2 units per month.
Yeah, I use 2 for months. Like my cat adaptate with silica. So I use silica because she has afraid of water.
Yeah,
So
these toilets to cats, there are models, modules. So in this case, you put your sand or silicone gel inside of, and after some while to remove one part, after another part, and at the end just direct to the water. Is
it's so simple.
much better. It's much better. I recommend.
Oh gosh, I will try to search that because like 1 week ago I this feed local to eat, the cat eat. I buy one. It's so beautiful, but it's so expensive. I don't know why I buy it for a cat, but I buy, and my cat now love the name is Basilia. Is to cat to feed, and she simply love. My dogs want to love too, but my cat is a little bit dramatic with my dogs. Want to kill the dog sometimes. It's funny. But I will search that, Ricardo. Thank you for the advice. And guys, I skipped the question number 2 and go to the question number 3. I guess it's funny. What's your opinion about? It's funny, no, it's interesting. Sorry. What's your opinion about to use animals in sport? Ricardo, what's your opinion?
Well, depends on the situation, but essentially is not so good, in my opinion. Well, for example, normally dogs, for example, is mostly common use, for example, speeds or something. Well, the animals is not exactly like humans, because the dogs, for example, there are a routine. So in this case, is sometimes, I don't know, if your pet was tired or, I don't know, sick, normally this animal don't want to, for example, run. So in this case, is not. I'm not sure if the owner avoid situation like that. Sometimes it's necessary. Oh, I have to run because I don't know, I made the appointment with the sponsors or something like that. So, well, there are some situations, for example, dogs love play if love playing if your owners and something like that. So in this case, is as similar to a play, similar to fun. So in this case, it's necessary pay attention to avoid situations like I told. That's it.
Yeah, I understand your point of view. Like I never see not I look to the TV and look for that competition, a dogs competition, but always appear in Twitter or on Instagram when I scroll the dogs running up the things. It's a little bit like
dog race. We have a kind of these competitions.
Yeah, like I guess that, as Fernando said, I don't know if it is, but the dogs make funny of that because, like, I don't know, but have a lot of bad things in the background of these competitions. I saw on Instagram. have one of the girls in this competition who has a lot of dogs. And when the dog didn't won the competition, she like wants to kill the dog in a center of zoonosis. So I guess this is not so good because like it's a little bit. It's not a little bit. It's so strange. But I don't like the competitions with horse, for example, because I always have a perspective. This is my way to think. I don't know if it is, but I have a perspective of it hurt a little bit. The horse jump so much with the legs. I don't know. In my perspective, I see a horse and I don't think it's an animal to jump to do a lot of things, you know. But I have an example. I simply hate the seal word. I don't think the put to be like putting in a show, you know. It's not a sport, I guess. That it's I don't know, I feel really, really bad when I see the persons put a video on Instagram. I always saw that on see a word and you can see the face of the animal. It's so sad, you know, like stay in a glass, it's not so big glass, and can see the ocean, can see the life. You know, like it's so strange. I don't know how to say orca in English, but it's not Yale, right? It's orcas, but it's so complicated. This kind of shows, guess, like that, or sports. You know, if see a word is a sport or is a business shows, I don't know. And how about you, Diego?
I don't have an opinion building about it. I don't think much about it, but I agree with you, Gabi and Ricardo, when you said that we have a limit, yes, to use these animals on sport. And it's important to understand this limit, yes. I will add a different point of view here. In the city that I'm living right now, people use it a lot, horses and mules, not just for sport, but for a kind of exposition. Not you work too, but expositions. For example, the beautiful animal, the strongest animal, the animal who make the beautiful walking. I don't know, trotar, this verb in English, because it's not a kind of a sport, it's an exposition. I don't know, that's a good word for this, but these animals are so they have a lot of care about them. Guys, it's so interesting because they use it to train in the swimming pools with these horses. Yes, there are swimming pools for horses. It's very interesting because the horses like to swimming. I don't know about it, but
really,
yes, the horses with one guy beside them.
That's a little strange.
On the swimming pool, the horse, and after these trainings, the horse are so bombado, yes, and so with a lot of strong, with a lot of muscles on their chest, and so interesting. And I have a cunhado, I don't know, a brother-in-law. I have a brother-in-law who take cares about this. That his profession is take care of the feet, patas, I don't know. Pata do cavalo, yes. Ferradura, they are a ferreiro, that's the name of the professional Portuguese. And they made
similar to the humans, but inside of the horse.
Yes, and they use it to make the ferradura for the horse, and the mules and the burros. I don't know, burros, the
monkey.
Opposite monkey, I don't know.
Monkey, no, donkey.
Donkey, I believe that's donkey. Yes. It's
Yeah.
so interesting because it's a kind of a very important profession. The dogs use it to search for guys who knows a lot about it because it's important for the horse. Because when the horse are walking, I don't know, gastando, I don't know this name.
Oh, yeah, like have
They're yes,
don't know.
because it's a kind of a unha that they have on their foot. Yes.
Yeah, need to cut, right?
Yeah, need to cut and make a protection and make one personalized ferradura for this and it's so interesting because all the month you need to make the same work on the same horse. And they take care about a lot of horses day by day, 10 horses a day. And they talk to me about how people take care about the horses, yes? Include the horses who people use it to work. Because on my mind, people, I will hit a lot the horse and the mules. No, it's not so common. They take care because it's so expensive. It's so expensive. This kind of animals, and they care a lot about it with the food, with the
have some horses is like the price is similar than a car, like a Lamborghini.
Well, we have some progress because in the past it's possible to make a show with animals on circus, but nowadays it's not permitted by law.
Thanks of God. Imagine a lion.
Clearly there is a big difference between for example speed runs, run dogs. So if for example rinha,
yes,
it's
so
that
bad.
clear there are a big difference. I don't have enough knowledge, but I believe that there is some situations in runs like we told. So in this case, I believe that there are protected society for animals, and I believe that they supervise situations like that in runs. So
of course,
but I'm not sure because I don't particularly in Brazil, it's difficult to believe in situations like that because, for example, there are slavery, human slavery a couple of weeks ago. So in this case, if you situations like that occurs on Brazil nowadays, go figure for animals.
With animals. Yeah, exactly. Like I know I'm not a kind of a person who have a lot of knowledge about these rinhas and etc. But I know the South America and the Central America have more than the rest of world. I remember that from school, the geography classes, a teacher said about it. And now it's the only knowledge I have about it. But it's so crazy, like how we use the animals. Diego said about the horses. Here in Belo Horizonte, I saw a lot of persons who use horse to work, to deep work, have, I don't know how to say that, but it's like a carroça. I feel really, really upset because the horse, you can't see, didn't have food enough, water enough. So as Ricardo, I think it's a rare situation you can see a horse or an animal, like Diego said, it's so assisted, so everyone do everything for the animal because it's a necessity to do and it's good. But here in Belo Horizonte, I can see a lot of that. It's so sad. I don't like to see it, but don't have a law to disagree or to prohibit that. So we continue to
Yeah,
do that.
nowadays in my regions is rarely, but sometimes
rare.
I observe
Yeah.
one. It's so rarely, but
Yeah.
there are.
Here in BH, I see more in some places, because here I have a lot of farmers and etc.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you can see a lot of things, like a lot of bad persons who never need to have an animal. So sometimes I follow some groups of persons who help animals in a bad situation, and have a lot about horses and I don't remember how to say that, cows, have a lot of cows too who suffer a lot of bad things. So, yeah, I guess depend of the region too. Minas have a lot of farmers, so maybe it's because of that. I don't know. But anyway, we skipped to the question number 4. This is it's a great question. What natural animal ability or talent would you like to have? Explain. Diego. You muted.
To fly for me is so interesting, yes. I don't know, it's not a little bit strange, but for me it's so good. I really like. But if we
I'm
can
sorry, I
choose,
have to go. I'm sorry.
oh, Ricardo,
Hey,
yes,
no.
See you next time. Bye bye.
yes.
See you,
Bye bye.
Ricardo.
Good
Thank
day. Have a good
you.
day. And Gabi,
Fly
for
is
me,
good.
it's so interesting to fly as an eagle, for example. I don't know if you know, but the eagle has the capacity, ability to see the sun. Yes, and that's so interesting.
Unbelievable.
I remember a history. I don't know if true, but it's common in a region of a Chile. I don't know that in Chile or another country, United States, that the urubus use it to put their eggs in the same ninho of the eagles. Because I don't know, for the eagle, chocar this egg, it's easy for the urubu. Yes, I don't have work for this. It's so common. When the urubu born, it's so similar to eagle because they don't have penas, and it's so and after the beginning of the start the lives the puppies of eagles. The first thing that eagle did is take this of their pups with their hands and make the first flying with these puppies, and in so high altitude. And after this, she starts to fly directly to the sunlight. And after this put your mouth in the head of the puppy and put their eyes directly in front of the sunlight. If the puppies stay calm and tranquilo, yes, easy for them. For the eagle, yes, it's my puppy, it's my son. And after this, she returned to the ninho and put their son on the ninho. But if it's a urubu sons, and and in this moment, when the eagle show the sun to the pups, and they start to eagle just put down the pup, and because it's not my son, yes. It's a little bit sad. Yes, it's a little bit sad, but
I'm really upset.
yes, but
Information.
the story is not good about this point, but about the ability to see the sun. Yes, for me, so interesting because it's the only animal that has this ability all the time.
Yeah.
And
The eyes.
yes, and the boi, I forgot the name. Cow is the vaca, boi is
I will try to search here.
yes.
Because I don't know too.
I totally forgot the name. But
Ox?
the ox, forgot.
Or bull.
So different as a bull or ox.
Yeah.
They have the ability to do so strong and perseverant. I don't know, that's a good word.
Yeah.
All the
Really?
time, the ox made the same thing all the time. For me, it's a good ability. It's important
Calls
to
too.
us. Yes, it's important to us right now. Yeah, the consistency when you study, when you are make your job or start a new challenge in your life, so important. These two abilities
Really,
for me so interesting.
if we think the only ability we have more higher than some animals is the ability to learn, right? But the other kind of animals have a lot of abilities, like eagles, you said, have a bad part.
Yeah,
But like, gosh, but like dogs, I love the way dogs are so Leo. So you know, it's the company of the
it's a
others.
beautiful ability, yes.
Yeah, and humans didn't have this ability because we are trying to, some of us didn't have the loyalty of anything.
Unfortunately, yes.
So, yeah, I love the ability of some animals didn't change the character.
Yes, that's so
My
interesting.
problem, yeah, it's so like beautiful to see animals, like some animals, for example, the cat have a lot of loyalty too. The person didn't think about it because it's a more independent animal, but the loyalty, it's higher than in a dog, and I can't see that in a human. So always I say that humans have the ability to change a lot of things, to change the behavior, to grow in a knowledge, but probably we never can be loyal as a dog, as a cow, as a bull. We never, because humans have a lot of particularities. This is one of thing I look to some animals with a beautiful eyes.
And you are changing, yes, and you are changing all the time. Yes, unfortunately, it's important to us to maintain some values, and but we, unfortunately, people choose a different values around during their lives, and
hurt other persons.
Yes, hurt other persons, start to be false and to lie. And the animals,
I understand this is a process of life. You know, like we need to survive. For example, we stay millions and millions ago, we need to survive, and you are from a tribal and you fight with other tribal, so you need to be false in some moment. I know it's to survive, but nowadays we're not in a wild place. We stay in a society, like, you know.
Yes.
In the past, I understand, like, have a behavior. We have a behavior so similar than in monkeys, for example, and we can see the monkeys have a society, and humans, I can't see more this way to have a society, you know. Like if I need to choose, probably I need to, I don't know, to fly is a good idea, but I have afraid of high places, so it's a little bit different. But the ability to run, I guess, it's so hard. It's so beautiful to see, you know, leopardo, guepardo.
So beautiful. Yes, I believe so. Yes.
The ability to run so faster than a car. This is unbelievable.
The puma, yes.
Yeah, puma. Yeah,
Puma.
the black. It's like a black cat, right?
Yes,
Like
yes.
so beautiful. I lost an
Lince
arm.
too.
If
There
I
is another animal. The name is Lince. I don't know. It's so similar to
Lince.
puma. It's
Yeah,
so speedy.
this is
Yes.
more small. I
More
guess.
small, martini. Yes.
Yeah,
And
but
they
it's so good.
so good, so good. And
So beautiful.
their feelings are so, how can I say, so advanced. They
Yeah.
they feel a threat in I don't know, in a kilometers. They smell. It's very interesting.
The eyes too. It's so, you know, a lot of things works in that. So yeah, if I choose the ability to be a guepardo, for example, I will choose because have a perfection in the way he look to the other animals, the way they run. So it's born to survive.
Yes, born to survive. Very good.
Yeah,
It's a good
it's like,
expression.
and I can see here as a human nowadays we are not born to survive.
Yes,
No,
yes. We need
we are.
to improve our skills to survive. Yes.
Yeah, like it's not
Increase
fair,
a lot. Yes.
Yeah, it's so unbelievable the things
Yes,
happen sometimes.
yes, especially nowadays, because you have a lot of technological
Yeah.
stuffs for help us all the time. Yes, and
Mhm.
we don't need, for example, to make a fire. We don't know how to make a
I
fire
don't know.
without. Yes, and on the past it's so common. It's the most important thing that you need to do is fire because it's important for all your life.
Yeah.
Yes. And it's we are wasting this skills that we have naturally. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't know how to make fire with a paper, with a rock. I don't know.
I study a little bit about it. You have a small piece. The name is pederneira. Think about it. Search it. Google it. It's so interesting. It's a kind of a pen, and we have the power to make the fagulhas, the little fires, and we used a kind of it's not a pool. It's similar to pool, but you have a so not graphic, but seco, dry, so dry, and I use this in the same place you put one, I don't know, folhas de secas, dry trees, I don't know. And
Gosh.
inside this, you use this pederneira to make this faíscas all the time. It's so interesting. It's a kind of a rock, but
Yeah.
you need a specific rock to make fire. And that these pederneiras, they had the material to make this. And people use this on the sobrevivencialismo courses. Yes, it's common right now. We have a lot of people. There is a channel YouTube, o Sobrevivencialista. They made a lot. They bring a lot of tips to survival in a different situations. As you have a hurricane, or if you have a blackout of energy, and so interesting. During the pandemic, people using a lot these channels to help them.
Yeah, like here in Brazil, we have a accommodation to not know how to survive in like natural disasters.
Yes,
The
yes.
maximum we know how to survive in a rain disaster, it's a water disaster. But like because we don't suffer with tsunami, with terremoto, with anything, We don't
Yes.
know. Like I remember in school, my geography teacher again teach us how to survive in a case of terremoto if you stay
Earthquake.
at home. And since nowadays, I remember if I look to a door, probably I stay in the line of the door. I will survive in that case. I'm not
Yes.
staying in my bed or beside my bed because I will die probably.
Yes.
So I remember that. But if you think other countries, because have a lot of disaster, tsunami, and
Yes.
this kind of thing, like Japan. I love Japan. I
Japan.
want to go to Japan someday. And have at school, you have a bag only for you. You have this bag
Yes.
in your work, at
Yes.
school,
In your
at your
car.
home, like
Yes. The
because
name
it
is
have a
how the name is
I don't
bag out survivor.
I
Bag out
guess it's
survivor
that.
kit. Bag out, I
Have
think that's
a
the name.
water for 3 days, have food for
Yes.
3 days, have
Yes.
everything.
Medical kit. Yes.
Like, yeah, here in Brazil, and you can buy that, or the government take you or take for your family, because it's a necessity. It's a necessity, right? So here in Brazil, I can see we have this accommodation. Like, for
Yes.
example, in Minas Gerais, you know that every single year have a problem with rain. Every
Yes.
single year have some disaster involved rain, water, everything. So we can survive with that because anyone teach us. We don't want to have knowledge to how to survive with these disasters. I don't know how to survive in a rain disaster. I really don't know. So it's sad because a lot of
Because it's
person
a thing
died.
so far to us, yes.
Yeah.
When you live in Arizona, for example, it's a state of United States who has a lot of tornadoes and this kind of thing.
Yeah, because of the
Katrina.
the Katrina. Yeah.
Katrina, for
I always
example, you
forgot.
have a bunker. Inside the bunker, you have food,
No.
and we have blankets. You have a lot of this food, and you have a fire inside them because it's common. If you have it for families, all then are trained for this, yes. And you have
and have a communitary bunkers too, right? For
Yes,
school,
that's it. That's it's common
hospitals.
for them, but for us, not so far. We don't have these problems here in Brazil. Yes.
No. And if have, probably we don't know too how to survive.
No. Yes.
Because we don't know. We don't have anyone teach us. We don't have we don't want to find that, for example, on YouTube. You're talking about this guy, but I never saw this guy in my entire life. You know.
Yes.
Like, Diego.
You are freezing for me.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, my internet is freezing here because you're freezing for me. Now it works.
Yes, return. Yes.
But you heard what I'm trying to say.
Yes, I heard.
Okay,
yes.
Sorry.
All the time I'm hearing you. Yes.
I'm only frozen.
Yes, only froze the video. Yes.
Gosh, sometimes happens. But anyway, Diego, it's crazy, but I hope soon we have more conscience about this, because we live in Brazil. We don't have a lot of natural disasters. Yes. But imagine you go to other country and happen a tsunami. You don't know how to do that.
No, for me, it's totally crazy. Think about it, because it's
unbelievable.
Worried about it. Yes. When you saw the movies about the tsunami, yes.
Yeah. Have one. I love to watch it. I cry a lot with this movie. Is The Impossible.
Oh yes, I watch it too. It's a very beautiful movie. Yes.
I really cry a lot with the movie, but we can see the disaster as a telespectator, we imagine, the way person
You in the
feels.
same situation. Yes,
Yeah.
the feeling
I feel completely shocked.
and that girl was so strong. Yes,
So strong.
very interesting. All
A
the
strong mother.
ability, yes, to be a mother, and for me, it's so beautiful. The story is so
beautiful.
interesting.
I love
Superação.
this. Yeah, I love this kind of movie too. I guess it's so beautiful. I cry, but it's so beautiful.
Yes, so beautiful. Yes.
Oh, Diego, the time is running. I already sent on the
yes.
chat the link
Yes.
for my feedback.
I
Please,
answer yet.
if you want to give me, I don't know, you want to talk about disasters or something like that, I will bring. Okay.
Very good. Very good.
Did you like this conversation?
Yes, I like a lot. Thank you for the topic. It's so interesting. And for your time too. It was amazing for me. Yes.
Oh, it's awesome to hear that. Unfortunately, yeah, we stay alone again in the middle.
No, it's so good too. For me, it's very good.
It's like a
because we have more
particular.
time. Yes, and it's we have more time to talk, to think about it, and it's so good.
To put reflections, right?
Yes, yes.
A lot of reflections. The ego
Yes.
reflection.
One spin-off of
not-
the yes, not a good
Gosh.
reflection, but it's
I
a real
research
life.
about it. Really,
It's a
because I
real life.
feel afraid of
Yes.
that.
It's a real
Gosh.
life happening.
Yeah, it's like that. It's the Animal Planet in real
Yes, the
life.
Animal Planet. Yes, yes. Very good.
No.
Wild nature.
Gosh, I love the history, but I feel really, really afraid of the
Yes.
urubus.
Yeah.
Gosh, it's not funny, but like literally crazy. But thank you, Diego, for that.
Thanks a lot, Gabi.
I
Have a
enjoy
good
a
day.
lot. Have you too, and see you all in the next week.